Hi there, welcome to Nauctis on YouTube.
In the dark, quiet depths of the ocean, an invisible predator moves. Without a sound or trace, the Virginia-class submarine glides through the water. It carries enough power to change the course of a war in minutes. Imagine a weapon that can destroy a fleet of warships without ever being detected, an underwater fortress that can stay submerged for months. This is the reality of the Virginia-class nuclear submarine, America's secret weapon that might decide future global conflicts. If tensions rise in the South China Sea and the threat of a Taiwan invasion looms, the Virginia-class submarine might be America's ace in the hole. But behind its incredible abilities, this submarine hides secrets and challenges as interesting as its power. From its origins as a budget-friendly submarine to its role in facing superpowers like Russia and China, the Virginia-class submarine represents innovation, strategy, and high stakes in the 21st century global chess game. General Dynamics Electric Boat and Huntington Ingalls Industries, the only two U.S. shipyards capable of building nuclear-powered submarines, designed the Virginia-class. These U.S. Navy submarines combine stealth technology, intelligence gathering, and the latest weapon systems. They're also designed for a wide range of open ocean and coastal missions, including anti-submarine warfare. In 2007, it took about 35 million work hours to design the Virginia-class submarine. And that's just for the design. Building one Virginia-class submarine takes about 9 million work hours and more than 5,000 suppliers. Each submarine is expected to complete 14 to 15 deployments during its 33-year service life. The Navy will keep acquiring Virginia-class submarines until 2042, and they're expected to operate at least until 2060, with later submarines possibly operating into the 2070s. The first Virginia-class submarine, or Block 1, is 377 feet long, 34 feet wide, and weighs 7,800 tons when submerged. This length remains the same up to the Virginia-class Block 4. Block 1 included 4 submarines and used modular construction techniques. These submarines were built in 10 modules, with each submarine taking about 7 years to make. Next came Block 2, which included 6 submarines built in 4 sections instead of 10, saving about $300 million per unit. Block 2 submarines were also built under a multi-year procurement agreement, unlike Block 1 contracts, resulting in savings of about $400 million or $80 million per ship. Unlike its predecessors, Block 3 submarines have an improved bow with a large aperture bow or LAB sonar array and technology from the Ohio-class SSGN, including 2 VLS tubes, each containing 6 missiles. The LAB sonar array is horseshoe-shaped and replaces the spherical main sonar array used in all U.S. Navy SSNs since 1960. Unlike previous air-backed sonar arrays, the LAB array is water-backed and consists of passive and medium-frequency active arrays. Compared to earlier Virginia-class submarines, about 40% of the bow has been redesigned. The U.S. Navy then added 10 Block 4 submarines to the Virginia-class. This became the most expensive submarine construction contract in history, awarded on April 28, 2014. As the main contractor, General Dynamics Electric Boat took a $17.6 billion contract for 10 Block 4 Virginia-class attack submarines. Block 4 and Block 3 improvements include reducing major maintenance periods from 4 to 3 and increasing total lifetime usage for each ship by 1. The latest model, Block 5, is 461 feet long and weighs 10,200 tons. It's designed with a longer hull to accommodate the Virginia payload module with additional cruise missile tubes. Powered by a single nuclear reactor, this submarine can travel underwater at speeds over 25 knots, about 28 miles per hour, while staying hidden in the ocean depths for months. Block 5 involves 10 submarines and can incorporate the Virginia Payload Module, or VPM, which provides missile capability when SSGNs are taken out of service. The VPM will first be installed in the second Block 5 submarine, also known as SSN 803. Block 5 submarines with VPM are expected to double the coastal target capacity for each ship. Construction of the first 2 submarines in this block was expected to start in 2019, but was delayed until 2020, with contracts for long lead time materials for SSN 802 and SSN 803 given to General Dynamics Electric Boat. Besides the VPM, Block 5 submarines are also equipped with 12 VLS tubes for BGM-109 Tomahawk missiles, 4 21-foot torpedo tubes for Mk-48 torpedoes or UGM-84 Harpoon missiles, and 65 torpedoes and missiles. In the 2 decades since this SSN 774 class was launched in 2003, these ships have become extremely deadly. The first model has significant power with 12 Vertical Launch System or VLS tubes for Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles and 4 torpedo or Mk-48 mine tubes. Meanwhile, the Block 3 version was built to replace the VLS with 2 Virginia payload tubes carrying 6 missiles each. The Block 5 ships now under construction will be floating missile batteries. Plus, the new Virginia payload module inserted midship will add 4 large vertical launch tubes armed with 7 Tomahawks each, bringing the total to 40 tubes. With dozens of subsonic Tomahawk missiles that can hit targets 1,000 miles away, Virginia-class submarines can strike deep into enemy territory while sailing in distant waters. Their ability to remain hidden, detect targets without being detected, and escape quickly makes these submarines incredibly tough. That's why the best weapon to destroy an enemy nuclear submarine is another submarine, and the Virginia class might be the best at carrying out this mission. It's no wonder that Australia decided to replace its Collins-class diesel submarines with 5 Virginia-class submarines in the 2030s. Moreover, due to the low production rate of the Virginia class, the Navy is running a program with the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, to overcome technological barriers to reduce attack submarine costs. This will allow more submarines to be built to maintain fleet size. Some innovations by these two agencies include propulsion concepts not limited by the centerline shaft and weapons that can be stored and launched externally, especially torpedoes. Additionally, there's technology that can eliminate or substantially simplify the submarine hull, existing mechanical and electrical systems, and automation features to reduce crew workload for standard tasks. Another strength of the Virginia class is that all its masts have a universal modular mast, or UMM, design created by 𝗤𝘂𝗃𝗲𝗏𝗯. UMM is an integrated system for placing, erecting, and supporting antennas and sensors mounted on submarine masts. UMM includes a snorkel mast, 2 photonic masts, 2 communication masts, 1 or 2 high data rate satellite communication or SATCOM masts, a radar mast, and an electronic warfare mast. Common components have been maximized and several design options have been shared among different masts. Replacing traditional periscopes, Virginia-class submarines are the first to use photonic sensors. These submarines will also be equipped with high-resolution cameras, light intensification and infrared sensors, infrared laser rangefinders, and an integrated electronic support measures, or ESM, array. Current photonic masts look very different from regular periscopes, so when a submarine is detected, it can be clearly identified as a Virginia-class ship.
We're just waiting on the engine signal to go off.
Therefore, the existing photonic masts are being replaced by low-profile photonics masts, or LPPM, that look more like traditional submarine periscopes. It's likely that non-rotating, affordable modular panoramic photonics will be installed. This allows the submarine to get a 360-degree view of the sea surface simultaneously. The submarine, propelled by a BAE Systems pump jet propulsor, is also equipped with an open systems sonar array that allows quick insertion of new hardware and software as they become available. Virginia-class submarines have several types of sonar arrays, including the bow-mounted BQQ-10 active and passive spherical sonar array, a wide-aperture lightweight fiber optic sonar array, 2 high-frequency active sonars mounted on the sail and bow, and the high-frequency low-cost conformal array, or LCCA sonar, mounted on both sides of the submarine's sail. These submarines are also equipped with a low-frequency towed sonar array and a high-frequency towed sonar array. For rescue equipment, these submarines are equipped with Submarine Escape Immersion Equipment Mk11, allowing ascent from a sunken submarine with a maximum ascent depth of 600 feet. There are also lithium hydroxide canisters that can remove carbon dioxide from the submarine's atmosphere, and a submarine emergency position indicating radio beacon or 𝗖𝗵𝗹𝗹𝗯𝗏. According to information from open-source budget documents, Virginia-class submarines are planned to be equipped with high-energy laser weapons that will likely be incorporated into the photonic mast. These laser weapons are designed to have an output power of 300 to 500 kilowatts based on the submarine's 30 megawatt reactor capacity. Other enhanced features in these submarines include a fiber optic ship control system to replace the electro-hydraulic system, a command and control system module or CCSM, an additional generator powered by a Caterpillar Module 3512B V12 marine diesel engine, the AN/BYG-1 system, and an integrated 9-person lockout chamber. But did you know the U.S. Navy built the Virginia-class submarines because their first choice was too expensive? In the early 1980s, the Navy worried that the Los Angeles-class attack submarines, first commissioned in 1976, couldn't handle the new generation of Soviet submarines like the 𝗤𝗂𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗃 class. At that time, the U.S. Navy chose the advanced 𝗖𝗹𝗹𝗯 class submarine, costing $3 billion per unit. However, they did end up building only 3 𝗖𝗹𝗯 units. At the same time, with the end of the Cold War, there seemed to be little need for very expensive attack submarines designed to fight the Russian submarine fleet. Instead of a blue water fleet in the North Atlantic, the Navy preferred to focus on coastal warfare in regions like the Persian Gulf. Entering the 1990s, when design work to replace the Los Angeles class was to be carried out, the Navy decided to build cheaper and more buildable submarines compared to the 𝗖𝗹𝗯 class. The result was the Virginia-class submarine, which incorporates much of 𝗖𝗹𝗯's technology but in a smaller and slower form. This includes the latest version of the Virginia payload module, which will cost $4.3 billion per submarine. But how does it compare to Russian and Chinese submarines? Is it far superior or the opposite? When U.S. Navy experts analyzed China's perception of American submarines in 2008, they found that Chinese experts respect Virginia-class submarines for their advanced technology and quietness. So far, the best comparison is between the Virginia-class and the Yasen-M class, Russia's most advanced attack submarine. RAND Core Research Edward Geist says that the Yasen-M submarine is the crown jewel of the contemporary Russian Navy and possibly the pinnacle of Russian military technology. This 13,800-ton submarine is designed as heavily armed submarine capable of launching long-range missile attacks. The Yasen-M submarine is armed with 32 missile tubes that can fire Zircon hypersonic missiles and Caliber cruise missiles, as well as 10 torpedo tubes. Although superior in terms of weaponry and considered one of the most powerful submarines in the world, the Yasen-M submarine still hasn't achieved the same level of quietness as American submarines. So far, Virginia-class submarines are still far superior in sonar technology and signal processing software. Michael Peterson, director of the Russian Maritime Studies Institute at the U.S. Naval War College, says that quietness isn't the only important thing in submarine warfare. Sensor capability is more important. You might think that the tough enemies of the Virginia-class submarine are Russian hunter-killer submarines or Chinese destroyers. While true, its biggest enemy is actually its own maintenance requirements. This certainly poses a challenge in terms of maintenance. One issue is that spare parts wear out faster than the designers anticipated. Although the Navy doesn't disclose specific items for this submarine, some problems seem to be caused by off-the-shelf commercial components adopted for cost savings. Moreover, there's a lack of capacity in Navy shipyards that rarely perform the necessary maintenance on submarines and other warships. About a third of the Navy's current 50 attack submarines are not operational at any given time due to maintenance delays. Therefore, the Navy's next-generation attack submarine will be designed for easier maintenance. For your information, the Royal Australian Navy is scheduled to receive 5 Virginia-class submarines from the United States. Additionally, the U.S. Navy is considering expanding its attack submarine fleet to 72 ships. The U.S. Navy aims to acquire 2 Virginia-class submarines per year for a total of 10 submarines between 2025 and 2028. However, no shipyard in the United States can currently meet this demand due to insufficient capacity. So it might take a long time, until 2028, before shipyards can produce more than the equivalent of 1.2 submarines per year as they do now. Nevertheless, Virginia-class submarines will remain the backbone of the U.S. attack submarine fleet for decades to come. These submarines will continue to be upgraded with new weapons and sensors, serving as a robust platform capable of stealth operations during their time in the ocean.